Here's my best guess at what the college football playoff rankings will look like tonight. Number one, I think is still going to be Ohio State. No reason to move them off that spot, but I do think we have movement at 2 and 3. I think A&M jumps over Indiana. You talk about what happened. The Aggies go on the road and beat a CFP ranked team in Missouri, and Indiana goes on the road and struggles versus an unranked opponent and a team that's below 500. I think the committee will look at that and they will adjust accordingly. Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss, I think they all stay put at where they were. Texas Tech and Oregon, I think both shift up a spot. Texas Tech with the dominant win over BYU. Will they factor that in? Could they jump over Ole Miss? Maybe. They surprised me with how high they put the Red Raiders in last week's ranking. They could do that, but Ole Miss's only losses to Georgia, Texas Tech's to Arizona State. I think that discrepancy might factor in. Texas Tech might stay at 7. The Ducks, on the other hand, a team that struggles against Iowa. They still get the win. Again, another committee-ranked team. I think they'll respect the win for Oregon. I don't see them either dropping or rising too much. I think they'll just move up a spot because BYU lost. I think the order of Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma stays the same. They'll all just shift up accordingly, and I think BYU falls all the way to 12. It's a blowout loss to Texas Tech. Yes, it's their first loss of the season, but I think the committee is going to look at BYU's body of work and their full resume and kind of go, hey, where are the quality wins here? I think they stop at Utah, though, because obviously they have a head-to-head win over the Utes. We saw that with Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. They're not showing as much respect to those teams, so I think they'll be just below BYU and Utah at 14 and 15. There is a bit of an ACC conundrum we run into where do you respect Louisville's head-to-head win over Miami despite their bad loss and Virginia with their bad loss too? I think it's just a bridge too far. We've seen the committee willing to skirt head-to-head when the resumes aren't as comparable anymore, even if they have the same record. They just did it with Miami and Notre Dame. I think they'll do it in this case too. I think Virginia and Louisville slide below Miami, but with Pitt having a comparable resume, I think that they keep Pitt below Louisville, respecting that head-to-head, and Louisville below Virginia. So it's a bit of a logjam at that point in the ranking. Tennessee will probably just slide up from where they are. None of these Group of 5 resumes changed much, but I do think we get our first couple of Group of 5 ranked teams. South Florida, I think with the strength of schedule, will be heavily factored in. They'll get that spot. I think we could see a James Madison sighting. At 25, it's going to be interesting. We could see Cincinnati. I think we might see Iowa. They played Oregon close and tough, and I think they might respect him for that, but there could be an outside chance they go with ASU, especially with how much they respected Texas Tech and Utah, both key proponents of ASU's resume. But then again, it could be Houston, because Houston has the head-to-head win over ASU, and then only 2 losses. So a couple of teams at 25 that could go there. I think it will be Iowa based on what I've seen so far, but let me know down in the comments, how accurate do you think this will end up being?